Hey guys, welcome to BookDeathMothTarot. My name is Red and I want to thank you all for being here. I want to get a few things out before we jump into the pick a card because I have had a few of you reach out to me about how to book a personal reading. All of the links to reach me personally or to book a private service or reading, because I offer both, and there are also products available if that is something you are interested in. All of that is linked below. That'll take you straight to my Instagram or to my booking site. So we'll jump into the pick a card. Today we are doing a subconscious check-in, okay? We're gonna see what you guys are suppressing, see how we can address those things and move forward, okay? We've got three options. Pile number one is the green. Pile number two is the clear. And pile number three is the indigo. So take a second to pause the video, see which one is calling out to you the most, and we will go ahead and jump into pile number one. Hey guys, if you guys picked the green orb, then this is your reading. Now today we are going to read from the book for these mermaid oracle cards, but we are going to jump into your tarot cards first. Again, today's pick a card is on what are you guys suppressing within your subconscious. We are going to do a subconscious check-in, pile number one, okay? So let's start with your tarot, and then we will jump into some oracle. Again, we will be reading from the book. I usually don't, but those cards are pretty detailed, let's say. First card out is the Nine of Coins, which is the Nine of Pentacles. Now we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And I'll take them. I had the Eight of Wands jump out and the Three of Swords. Okay. Right off the bat, pile number one, what are you guys suppressing? What is hidden within the subconscious? For you guys, I'm saying, especially with the Nine of Coins and the Eight of Coins in reverse, maybe you guys are suppressing or denying yourself of doing fulfilling work. Okay, pile one. Maybe you guys do make decent money right now, or maybe you guys are doing okay. You're successful in what you are doing, but overall, just because you are successful on the outside doesn't mean you feel successful and happy on the inside, okay? Or for a few of you, vice versa. You're doing something that you love, but you feel like you are not able to make ends meet. You feel like you're having to sell a part of yourself or give up a part of yourself, and go out to get more funds, more income, because what you are doing right now, even though you love it so much, you feel like it is not enough, okay? Eight of Wands, fastest energy in the deck. The Eight of Wands is a very ambitious, driven energy. It is an unstoppable energy, okay? And in this particular deck, it's almost like a barrier that is being put up. It's like a fence, like a protective barrier around what it is that you are passionate and ambitious about, okay, pile one. So I feel like this is the mind and the goal of, okay, I'm gonna have to lock this part of myself away. I'm gonna have to put this part of myself in a cage, even though it's going to hurt with this Three of Swords, even though I feel like I am, in a sense, betraying myself by doing so. I feel like this is something that I have to do. Therefore, regardless, that is the rational thing to do. Therefore, I have to. I am driven to do so because I have to do what is rational. Okay, pile one. So right now, what you are trying to, I don't want to say avoid, but what you are trying to suppress within your mind is having to address and confront this reality for yourself. Okay, let's get you a few more tarot. Knight of Cups, again, moving forward, but not moving forward confidently or passionately or happily about it, okay? Again, giving up a part of myself to make ends meet or to make sure that I have a successful future. One little example of this would be artists get such a bad rap. Say you guys are artists and you make beautiful art and it's underappreciated, or it's just not the time for the economy to be just buying art all the time, you know? Maybe you think that it's not rational, or and it's not actually making ends meet for you in reality anyway, but I'm saying you're seeing it's not rational for you, or you're perceiving it as not rational for you to move forward as an artist, because not as many people are buying art as they used to, or even if they are, it's still not enough, okay? So you're like, okay, well, maybe I need to go get a regular 9-to-5, or maybe I need to go back to school so that way I can have a career doing something very mundane and very boring compared to my creative energy, you know? This is just an example, but that's what I mean by going from one happy aspect of being able to create or do something in which you love, and then trading it for something that does not bring you any type of satisfaction or joy. Because in all reality, we have to pay our bills, you know? Under the deck, we have Ace of Wands. You guys are suppressing it because you ultimately, that's not what you want. So you're just avoiding it altogether. You're avoiding making a decision to move out of what you're currently doing and into something that will for sure make sure ends meet for you. Because ultimately, you know how unsatisfied you will be. Okay, pile one. So it's like, I'm avoiding it and not making a decision at all right now. Ultimately, I don't want to address this at all right now, okay? But ultimately, you're here watching this video, hearing this message in this very moment, okay? Therefore, you have to address it, you know? Now, you guys are avoiding having to switch that switch off. You can do both. You can do both, okay, pile one. You do not have to give up this part of yourself, even if it has to become a hobby briefly, okay, just for a little bit. Or even if you take a break from what you're doing right now, creating, making things, whatever it is that you do happily. If you have to take a break from that and make it almost like a hobby or a side thing, you can still work, you can still do this. And if you need that downtime to build up what it is that you're passionate about, by the time that you are able to return, you are able to turn this ace upright, okay? You're able to turn it upright. Being passionate, again, about what you are doing, but being prepared, being ready to face whatever comes with it. Whether the economy is booming or not, whatever the case may be, okay? That is giving you time to rebuild yourself. If you're not satisfied with where you're currently at, give it a rest for a minute. Feed it. Give it the energy that it needs, okay? Build it up. And then when you do return and come back out to the world full force, Ace of Wands as well, okay? It is blossoming, it is blooming, it is booming on top of that, okay? People are drawn to it because of how much energy and passion you have put behind it, okay? Now, we're gonna get you some of these mermaid oracles. Like I said, you don't have to deny yourself. You can do both. You can definitely do both. You do not have to deny yourself. We already have one out. The big blue whale. The big blue whale is the largest creature known to man with an incredible amount of physical power. Just the same, she is no monster, but rather a gentle giant, worthy of respect and adoration. As you discover your own sources of personal power, do not forget to maintain your loving disposition and use your strength to protect the less fortunate. Only the weak are cruel. The kind and gentle will always be truly strong, okay? You guys out externally, let me say, to the outside world, may come off as intimidating, let's say. And that's okay to have strong energy, a strong personality. And you may only, I don't want to say appeal to a specific crowd, but like, you know your tribe, pile one, okay? They are letting you know although you are moving from one tribe into a new one, even if it's temporarily, like we talked about, you can still be yourself. You can still be true to you. You do not have to change anything about your overall essence, your energy, your external energy, how you come across to the world. Nothing about that needs to change, although you are transitioning into something else, okay? Just because the external reality is transitioning and shifting does not mean you have to give up who you are altogether, okay? You are giving your passion a break to rebuild it, feed it, give it energy, and then bring it back to the world in a different light. That is all you're doing, okay? That's it. Look at it in that sense. And it will give you a better, much lighter perspective about the entire transition, okay? Let's get you some more. Mermaid with a baby alligator. Alrighty. Life can be tough, and lately things have been taking their emotional toll. Yet, in spite of everything, you are doing all right. You are not just a victim of your circumstances. You are a survivor. Like the alligator, you have the courage, strength, and hardness to deal with any challenge and to handle life setbacks and renewed determination. You have been blessed with all the tools necessary to maintain a sense of well-being. Be it patience, faith, or even a sense of humor in the face of adversity. You have what it takes to remain resilient. Even though the tough times will not be going away anytime soon, focus on your resilience and you will come out stronger. Okay, pile one. They are not invalidating this transition is going to be difficult for you. But overall, they're letting you know that the main challenge in this will be the emotional challenge. It will not be the task at hand. It will not be the actual physical transition. It will be how you feel about it, okay? But they are letting you know, regardless of what you are doing or where you're going and who you're going there with, you're prepared regardless. And even if you weren't prepared, you are strong enough to where you don't really have to get ready. Does that make sense? You are the type of person that no matter what room they put you in, you will survive. You will come out. You will make it through. No matter what the situation, no matter the crowd, no matter the job, it doesn't matter. You guys are tough as nails, pile one, okay? You are tough as nails. Do not worry about the transition. If anything else, try to do things that will help keep you in a happier energy set. Like I said, you do not have to give up your passion overall. You are still doing it. You do not have to give it up. You are still doing it. You are still feeding it. You just have to move some energy from that and put it into this new stream of income, let's say. Okay, pile one. We're gonna get one more of these and we'll jump into some more. Oh, well, we had one jump out on the frown. It came out upright, but it flipped upside down when it fell. So I'm gonna take it flipped upside down, and this is the tiger lily. The feminine power is a radiance that shines from women to girls who are securely anchored within their bodies and souls. Full of tenderness, love, beauty, and grace, the feminine power is strong yet soft. Now is the time to welcome this power. It is your right to be beautiful inside and out. Awaken the queen inside you and let her blossom. Not a woman, not a problem. Look for opportunities to get closer to a woman in your life, be it your mother, sister, lover, or wife. Try looking through her eyes to help you get in touch with your feminine side. Allow her spirit and passion to influence some upcoming decisions. With the femininity, obviously, femininity, beauty, grace. That is something that you will need to keep within yourself. That's what they were talking about. Like, you can be feminine yet strong with this alligator. Stay within your softest position with this whale. Moving forward, try not to harden yourself or be, I don't want to say mad at the world, but just be discontent and unhappy altogether to where it's shifting your energy to the point of how you're being seen altogether. So it's really trying to tell yourself to keep you as high vibrational as possible. So that way you are not being perceived as difficult or hard to work with, or even angry, whatever it may be. Don't let your discontentment with the shift kind of go out to everything else that you're doing or every other person that you're talking to. I don't want to say take it out on the world, but ultimately don't take it out on the world. I'm sorry, but I have to say these things, okay, guys? You can still be you, like we talked about. You can still be soft and feminine and genuine and stay within your true essence, although you are adjusting, let's say. Adjusting, that is all it is adjusting to the new. You still have time to do the things you love. Do not forget that, okay? Let's get you guys some Earth Warriors Oracle cards. They're pretty much saying, like, it's okay, pile one. Like, they're saying, we understand that it's going to be difficult, and even if you're not upset about it now, they're like, you know, you will be. And they're validating that for you. They're saying, we know, and it's okay, pile one. But please be you. Please stay who you are. Please stay soft. Please stay kind. Don't let life's little knock-ups shift you as a person, okay? Because if we shifted at every bump in the road, we'd be a new person every other week, okay? First card out, we have she who rides the owl brings justice, staying true to yourself. Again, she who rides the owl. You know you're connected. And I mean, we're talking about it right now. You know what you're suppressing. You know what's hidden. You know what's going on. You know what you don't want to address right now. We talked about it, okay? You know these things. But now you're having to address them, like we said, and they're letting you know. When you, she, they're saying just feminine, regardless of how you identify. She who stays true to herself. She who is tapped into her intuition, okay? She who knows what spirit has in store for her, even though it is uncomfortable. You are staying true to that. You are being true to what is in store for you. Therefore, in the end, you will receive your blessings. You will receive what is due to you, what is owed to you. You will receive justice overall, as long as you stick to your guns with this, okay? You have to stick to the plan, regardless of how uncomfortable adapting is, okay? Because you know what you are supposed to do, whether you knew before or you're just now learning right now. Now you, at this very moment, you know. As long as you stay true to that, you're okay. Power Awakening with the Puma. This card technically came out in reverse. And these cards don't read in reverse, but that hesitation with this Ace of Wands is what that is reminding me of. I'm still going to leave it upright, but stop hesitating. The longer that you hesitate to make this transition, the longer the transition will take. And the longer it will take for you to get back to your passions full force, okay? Or to elevate and level up to something more full force, let me say. Even if you don't have a specific passion or goal, maybe you just want to level up in your life altogether. You have to make these shifts and these changes and go through these adaptations in order to make that level up, guys, okay? You can't hesitate. The longer you hesitate, the longer it's going to take you. That's what I tell all of my clients, and that's really all that there is to it. And tell yourself that the longer it takes me, the longer it is before I get there, and that's just that, okay? Star of Venus, manifesting from the heart space. Again, not giving up on the things that you love, even though that you know you have to take some energy from that and move it into something else that you like a little bit less. Still being in tune, still being open within the heart space, not closing off that heart space, still being soft and kind in your feminine energy, okay? No matter what, with that Star of Venus. And the Venus, obviously, feminine energy again. So, for a few of you, if there are times where you find yourself stressed or out of tune with yourself, you know, you just feel a little bit off, try to do things that help you tap back into your physical body, okay? Help you ground yourself. If that is, for some people, that is doing skincare and like actual physical touch with on the body, you know, not like that, but you know what I mean. Tapping back into like, I am on earth, my feet are on the ground, I am here, this is who, you get what I'm saying? Not being too trapped in the mind, because if you look at the mind, yes, it is in tune, yes, it is tapped in, yes, it is energized, but at the same time, there are a few things going around, okay? So, recentering yourself when you catch yourself kind of offbeat, in a sense, grounding yourself when you find yourself too much in thought or too much in spirit, okay? And you feel like your feet are no longer on the ground. Bottom of the deck, way of the feminine, divine feminine revealed, okay? Talking about that realization of transformation for you with that butterfly at the headspace. Pile 1. I feel like you guys have a tendency to shut down and go cold. That is why there is such a heavy emphasis on being soft, feminine, feminine, feminine. Okay? Tough as nails with the alligator. Strong emphasis on moving out of masculine or hurt even energy and moving into a softer, more intuitive, more understanding, fluid energy. Being more fluid. I feel like you guys are very much rigid right now, not being able to move much, okay? Being more like water in this sense. Vision, it came out in reverse. You guys don't have another vision for yourself outside of what your overall love is or what your overall goal is for yourself. You really don't see yourself doing anything else. And unfortunately, for right now, with the way the world is, they're letting you know you have to be able to adapt, because things are always shifting around us no matter what. And honestly, right now, they're shifting more than ever the last few years, really, but you're seeing a change now, okay? So you have to be able to adapt to how things are right now to get the best result. You have to get the best result. So if that goes from doing a little less of this and a little bit more of this to ultimately get enough to succeed in life overall, then that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay? I'm not taking all of those. That was a stack. Another one on the ground, sorrows. We talked about that. We don't need to cover that again. But empowerment in reverse. Your emotions are what is psyching you out of this overall. Your emotions are what is going to be your biggest challenge, again, like I said, but so much to where it may become a blockage overall, okay? That is why they're like, please keep the heart space open, because it will cause a physical rut within your reality if you do tend to shut down and close off, okay? One more. Honor. Okay, you feel like you're not being able to honor yourself in any other way unless you are doing exactly what you feel like you are called to be doing or just what you are passionate about. Now, again, you can still honor your passions while doing other things. You're going to have to do a juggling act if what you are honoring right now is not giving you all that you need. In reality, no matter how spiritual you may be, in reality, being rational You are unable to take care of yourself fully or how you would like to. So even if you are able to make ends meet, maybe you don't have any extra or extra for the extra things. Say you just like an extra life, okay? If those are the things that you want, you're going to have to do the extra, okay? You're going to have to do it regardless of, well, I don't feel like I'm being myself or that I'm honoring my calling or who I am by shifting in or doing anything else with that vision. Well, then you're going to keep getting their same result then, okay? So find ways to still honor yourself. Honor what you love, honor your femininity, honor your personality, what you feel called to be doing, while still picking up a little bit of an extra load, okay? And you will have to do a balancing act. There will be a balancing act so that way you're not overwhelmed, okay? So keep that in mind, pile number 1. So I hope that this resonated with you. Keep yourself in high spirits as much as possible, pile 1, okay? I will be back with another video soon. Thank you for being here with me, and I hope it all works out for you. Good luck. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you chose the clear orb, then this is your reading. Today we are going to read from the book for the Mermaid Oracle, but we're going to start with your tarot cards first. And again, we are doing a pick card on a subconscious check-in to see what you guys are possibly suppressing, see what's hidden within your mind to help address it, bring it to light, and see how we can move forward, okay? We already had a card jump out, and it is the Ace of Wands. This came out in pile number 1 as well. We have the Hermit in reverse. Judgment card in reverse. Let me get one more and we'll get started. 6 of Coins. Okay, that's the 6 of Pentacles. Pile number 2. Subconsciously. What we talked about in pile number 1 with this card, because that's the first one to come out, so I guess this will be a little bit of a continuation with this. This 8 of Wands, in a sense, even though it is the fastest moving card in the tarot deck, it is a very ambitious, driven, passionate energy. It is a forceful energy. In this particular card in this deck, it is more so like the circle in the middle is your goal or your manifestation. And it is a barrier in between you and the manifestation coming to light, okay? So your subconscious and your subconscious, you are hiding or barricading a goal of yours that is solely for you and your advancement, your evolution in life, possibly your calling with this Judgment card, okay? You have a purpose, a goal, an aspiration, something that you feel called to be doing, something that speaks to you personally. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to everybody else. It makes sense to you, okay? That you are hiding because you are worried about how it will be perceived in the world. What I am offering to the world, what I am giving to the world, will it be seen? Will it be appreciated? Will it be recognized? And will I get any response back? Any response at all back? You get what I'm saying? Doesn't matter how that applies to you. Every situation will be different. But subconsciously, you are hiding something that makes sense for you, something you feel drawn to, but also Spirit is clarifying for you that that is something that is an assignment or a task or a calling that they have given for you or given to you. That is something you are supposed to be drawn to. They have given that task to you, okay? So the blockage, that barricade, is your worrying of how it will be perceived and will it be accepted, okay? The Magician, mastery, self-mastery. This is a soul mission. This is a mission that, like I said, it doesn't have to make sense to everybody else. All it needs to do is make sense to you, pal, too, okay? This is getting over that fear, getting over that worry, not caring how you think it might go wrong or how it could go south. You're not thinking like that with the Magician. The Magician is a card of self-mastery. This is a card of confidence. This is a card of conviction and belief. Whatever I want to see within my reality, I can manifest for myself. You know, it's a card of alchemy as well, turning nothing into something. Okay, pile 2. So, right now, subconsciously, you are blocking something you are called to do. Therefore, standing in your power, gaining the confidence and the courage, the strength needed to be able to apply belief and conviction behind your manifestations. What is an affirmation if you don't believe it? Okay, so this is them telling you that you need to stand your ground, stand in your power, and say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyways. And my tribe, people who are meant to understand what it is that I am offering to the world, they will find me. And that is all I am worried about, okay? Pile 2. That is the energy that they want you to move into, or that they were, you know, they're kind of giving you the advice, like, hey, this would help this transition and this worrying a bit, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. Okay, again, alchemy. This is a card of alchemy. Taking one thing and turning it into another. So also alchemizing that fear, taking that fear and turning it into strength or courage or whatever you need it to be to help you gain, you know, the strength to get to this Magician, you know, regardless of how it's seen in the world. I am going to do it anyway, and I'm going to do it well. Like, again, mastery. I'm going to do it well. So if this is something you are passionate about and it makes sense for you, and you want to make sure that it is seen in the best light possible in the outside world, doesn't matter how it applies, then you need to make sure, okay, if I am worried, okay, let me just step it up a notch. I'm going to make sure that what I am throwing out into the world, I'm going to make sure they love it. You know, even if that's only for a select few people out there. Like I said, you're a tribe. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Not only are you doing it confidently, but you're doing it so well that they almost don't have a choice but to like it, pile 2. Okay? And that is the thought process you are taking into this. All right? Getting through this barricade and this blockage within the subconscious. Okay, I am taking it out of the back of my mind and I am bringing it to the front and center. Okay, we're going to get you some of the Mermaid Oracle cards. Again, we are going to be reading from the book on these because they do have some very detailed meanings and they do read upright and reverse. Okay, so let me get you a few out. We have 24 alchemical seas. It's talking about alchemy. I'm sorry. That is a tongue tie for me. Anywho, we're going to read that from the book. 24. Let's see. The seas are turbulent with change, and soon a new power shall rise. Soon you will have a new dependent in your life. This will be a new baby, a child who needs your care, a younger friend who needs your help, or a co-worker who seeks your guidance. Take your new role seriously. You are a trusted elder here, and you need to carry yourself with dignity, and authority in order to provide the most help. So, what it is that you guys are providing to the world doesn't matter how you believe it to be perceived or if you're worried about how the world will accept it. Spirit has given it to you because overall, the task is helpful, okay? You are offering advice. You are offering encouragement. You are giving these people or this person hope in a sense, okay? So regardless of your worries, what you have to offer is needed and it is helpful, okay, pile 2. And it could be younger people. Heck, it could even be, even if you're not expecting or even thinking about having a child, it could be a niece, a nephew, a little cousin, a neighbor, you know, it could be anyone. It could be a little brother or sister. I know some people who do those programs myself. It doesn't matter how this applies. Whatever it is for you, you have something to offer the world that brings them a peace of mind, a sense of understanding. And it's almost as if they're seeking you out. So if you're worried about there being a smaller tribe or a smaller crowd, if that's something that you're worried about, then they are reassuring you that people will be seeking you out, okay, because they need what you have to offer, supply and demand, okay? I had one that wanted to come out, Sea Beasties, number 8. I know this card, but we will go ahead and read anyways. 1 second. Yeah, this card is being difficult, and it was difficult to find the page. Whew. Lately, you have felt some unfamiliar stirrings of thoughts and desires buried deep below the surface, that's subconscious. These elements of self may be things you have forgotten, and they may be things you have intentionally ignored or unconsciously repressed. However, they are still there, and it is time to acknowledge their existence. These ideas and emotions, perhaps even fears, may be difficult to retrieve or recall, but do not worry. Nothing is impossible, and the more you concentrate on becoming more self-aware, the better you will become at understanding these hidden pieces of your personality. Okay. Literally said just about half the things we talked about, but regardless, you are having to stir these things up within yourself, no matter what, okay? And it is very uncomfortable, and we talked about that in pile 1 too. Like we said, this is the subconscious. We are purposely ignoring, like it said, and repressing these thoughts, these ideas, these emotions, these goals, these talents even, okay? The things that we are repressing are ultimately a part of us. Whether they need to stay or whether they need to leave, they are still a part of us at that very moment. So they need to be addressed, guys, okay? For you guys, they are saying that you are hiding talents and also emotions, okay? That is something that you are repressing. There could have been some emotional hiccups, we'll call them, throughout your lifestyle, your lifetime, I'm sorry. Maybe it happened within your lifestyle. I didn't mean to say that, but for some of you, it could be within your lifestyle. That really left a mark on us or on you, they leave their mark. And ultimately we try to forget about it or hide it so that way we don't have to face it. They are saying with this, part of what you were repressing are emotions from past traumas, yes, but also you are repressing parts of yourself and parts of your personality, parts of your being overall. So therefore, say if you take 100% of yourself, you are taking a slice out of that and hiding it away, okay? So you are only partially available at all times, if that makes sense to you, pile 2, okay? That is something that is not completely healthy, and that is something they want you to address, and that is making yourself whole again before you were even able to become that magician, okay? Before you are even able to step into your power, you need to be fully available. I feel like your energy is fragmented, possibly. For a few of you who are familiar, when I say cord cutting, yeah, that could be something that you need to look into, because cords could need to be severed from the aura, from your energetic being, okay? Because it will continue to be tied to you, and you could have pieces of yourself in different areas and different people and different places and things that you don't even know about. No wonder you're only partially available, because you've got a little sliver of yourself in all these different areas, okay? Or maybe your energy is so far spread out and you're so overwhelmed and so busy in life that your energy cannot focus and center on one thing at all. You're not fully available for anything because you are so spread out in so many different ways, pile 2, okay? Whew, I know this one too, 32. We're gonna read it from the book. It is in reverse as well, sorry. Although you may not realize it, you are being a negative influence on someone in your life. You are leading on a friend or lover, or using a patron exclusively for your own gains. Reconsider how far you are willing to go to succeed or get what you desire. Part of the Sea Beasties. moving forward. They're letting you know part of that sea beasties does have a, let's say, downside. You guys pulled it upright, but it does have a, let's say, darker side to it. And it can be a manipulative, or I will step on your neck to get ahead energy, if that makes sense. That type of mindset or that type of energy is not conducive. And there's no need for the extra fight if you could just recenter and gain that confidence and that belief in what it is you feel called to be doing in the first place, okay? That is how you solve all of what we have talked about so far. And if you do feel like you could possibly be being a negative influence in somebody's life or leading on a person or a lover, then that goes back to being an influence and being a positive influence in other people's lives. Those are two completely separate and opposite energies, okay? So if you do feel like you are being not the most honest or upright, or you know, you don't feel like you're walking in integrity all of the time, then that is something that needs to be addressed and fixed. Pile 2, okay? No shade, no judgment, but that is not conducive or in alignment with what your calling is. That is why this is in reverse. And the Hermit, your soul being, your soul self, your soul calling, in reverse, okay? We are turning that around and moving into the Magician. Upright, integrity, discipline, manifesting, courage, strength, okay? Mastery. That is what we are moving into. And if you find yourself moving from a lower vibration, then that is completely opposite of what you are trying to bring in. So again, with that Temperance, turning something or turning nothing into something, changing the narrative, okay? Alchemy. You have 3 cards of alchemy: the Magician, Temperance, and alchemical seas. You have the power to make something change, okay? Let's get you some more. We're going to get you the Earth Warriors Oracle. Okay, we have Sweet Paradox of Empowering Grace. Okay, so this talks about almost seeing ahead, but like having the insight and the foresight to know this is what is best for me. This is what I am called to do. And though I am unsure and very uncertain about the next step ahead or what's in store for me or what the heck I'm even doing in the first place, I will move forward with grace, okay? It is saying I will move forward with grace and integrity. And although I am unsure, I will keep taking those steps forward, okay? I don't know how to say this word. It says Guardian of Papa Tanaka. I don't know how to say it. Excuse me, Lord. Anywho, this is also talking about that evolution and the upgrade within self, that alchemy and the self-mastery within self. It all is starting with you, the Hermit in reverse. Recentering yourself, grounding yourself, tapping back into your true essence and who you really are, your soul calling. Honestly, I feel like you guys may be having a spiritual awakening coming on, okay? It's going to shift some things around you and within you, and you're going to feel those shifts. It's going to be very noticeable, and no, you are not crazy, okay? And while doing so, prepare yourself for as many downloads, possibly even dreams for a few of you. So if you need to write them down or keep a dream journal, do so, okay? But you guys will be receiving downloads along the way that will help ground you into your transition, okay? That will help you address all of these things, bring them to light, and again, solve the issues so that way we can move forward. It's no longer in the subconscious or the conscious, okay? Let's get you one more. She rests to create. Okay, I love this card. This is talking about, again, receiving those downloads, being intuitively led. All of this is talking about being connected to spirit, but also she who rests to create. Giving yourself the downtime needed to even receive those downloads. How I was talking about for a few of you, your energy may be so fragmented and you may be so hustle and bustle and busy, hands in a little bit of everything, that you're not able to even rest to receive these downloads. Or maybe your life is a little loud and noisy to the point where you can't hear it, let me say, okay? Needing a break, needing to give your body a break, but also your mind and your spirit. You have, and if you are physically tired, you literally have to listen to your body. You can't keep forcing through it. Like, you're going to burn out. You're going to be exhausted. It's not going to get any better. And no, it's not going to go away. It won't, okay? So you guys need to give yourself those breaks. If you feel like you're tired, take a nap. If you're not a napper, go to bed earlier. But you will need all the rest that you can get in order to create these new things with the Temperance, the Magician. We have so much creation and energetic manifestation going on with you guys that will be coming, that you will need all of the physical, but yet energetic, like spiritual energy that you can get. You will need all of it, okay? Under the deck, we have Divine Might Foretold. We were just talking about that. You can see clearly. You know what's coming. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You don't know what's coming, I'm sorry. You know what your overall outcome is going to be, but you don't know exactly how you're getting there, okay? This is clarifying what you are meant, what you feel drawn to be doing. That is correct. You feel like that it only makes sense to you, and that is correct. It's supposed to only make sense to you right now, because by the time you do present it to the world, it's going to make sense to a lot more people than you think, okay? A lot more people. You have something to offer to the world, and you have something that the world needs to hear, possibly, or you are a form of support for others, okay? But even if you don't want to be a form of support for others, that's not your calling per se in any shape or form. You guys are still, by what you're doing, it speaks to others in a way to where it encourages them. So even if it's a talent or a gift of yours, by others seeing you do it in the first place, it encourages them, like, okay, hey, maybe I can do what I want to do too. You know, what, as simple as that, whatever it may be. Even if you don't open your mouth and speak at all. You get what I'm saying? You guys are still motivating those around you and those who see you. So rest, because when you do come back full force, it's going to, with this Eight of Wands, it's going to be quick. It's going to be quick. And you will receive a lot of energy back. We talked about that briefly in pile 1. So if you guys were drawn between pile 1 and pile 2, this is a continuation of that in a sense, I'm seeing, but you guys, this is obviously different. But you guys have something to say to the world. Lies. Do not lie to yourself anymore. Do not lie to yourself. Do not lie to the world about who you are. I feel like maybe you guys give off one persona to the outside world because you deem that as the most acceptable, but ultimately that is not collectively who you are. It's just a part of you. It's a fragment of you, okay? Stop lying to yourself and don't lie to others. I don't feel like you're like actually upright lying, but you might be. We did talk about a little bit of, you know, stepping on necks and manipulation, but for this, I'm seeing as you lying to yourself and how you are presenting yourself to the world, needing to walk in your true light and staying true to yourself, okay? Reflection, reflecting your internal being externally. Not only like with your personality, but also manifesting wise. Projecting what you want your world to look like, what you see it to be on the inside of your, you know, the inside and your spirit. What you think you deserve and what you want, and projecting that externally and actually manifesting it physically, okay? That's connecting the mind, body, and spirit, but also, and you can't do that without keeping your emotions and your thoughts in check. That is the ultimate downfall of manifestation, okay? We do have foresight, again, foretold, foresight, divine. You guys are denying yourself and lying to yourself about what you are meant to be doing on this earth. That is your subconscious check-in today, pile 2. It is hidden behind this barricade that you have put up yourself because you don't deem that to be acceptable, the same way that you are also possibly altering your personality, okay? Card of Loss in reverse. I usually don't read these in reverse, but I have been recently. They're letting you know that in this transition, and see, that's the difference too in pile 1 and pile 2, and we'll talk about that later. Anywho, the difference is with you guys, by you moving into what you feel passionate or drawn to be doing, what you feel called to be doing, by moving into so, there will be no loss, okay? You will not be missing out on any funding, income, time management, you won't be missing out on anything. You will have exactly what you need, what you are currently having, if not more, meaning you will be comfortable. The transition is not going to be physically hard on you. It will be mentally harder on you, if anything. That is why they're telling you to keep that in check. Focus on your mental and emotional stability at the time, okay? Bottom of the deck, we do have Dancer of Beginnings, and that's how we are closing this out, guys. This is a new beginning for you, and you owe yourself that. You don't have to stay in the same routine if it doesn't really mesh with who you are. If you have to alter yourself and your goals in any shape or form, or hide any part of them, then it's not meant for you guys, okay? It's not. I know we do a lot of things as adults that we don't want to do because we have to, but they're letting you guys know, pile 2, that by shifting, you're not going to miss out on paying your bills or keeping food on the table or taking care of those around you and yourself, okay? So if that was a fear or a worry, eliminate that from your thought process right now, okay, pile 2? So I hope this resonated with you. I hope this made sense. Get out of your own way, guys. You've got this, and I hope everything works out for you. Thank you for being here, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye-bye. Hey, pile 3. If you chose indigo, then this is your reading. Today, we are doing a pick a card again on a subconscious check-in. Again, we're going to read this one from the book, but we're going to start with your tarot cards first, pile 3. So let's get you some tarot. We're going to see what you guys could possibly be suppressing within the subconscious. First one out is the Page of Swords in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse. And the Sun. Okay. With you, pile 3, what you guys are possibly suppressing and avoiding right now is waiting for your ships to come in, but being hopeful for them and actively planning for the next steps. I feel like whatever you guys have your eyes set on, the prize right here with the Sun, that goal. In a sense, this Sun, I'm seeing it as a pentacle. Whatever it is that you guys are focused on receiving right now, I feel like you guys are not seeing past that, okay? You guys are, in a sense, avoiding thinking past achieving what it is that you are currently trying to achieve, the level of success possibly that you're trying to achieve. I feel like you guys are denying yourself the opportunity for more, okay, pile 3. It's not that you're not seeing it. I feel like you're choosing to not see it, okay? I feel like you're choosing to not see it because possibly success, a certain level of success scares you, okay? We have the Three of Coins here. It could have to do with a workspace. It could have to do with leveling up to a certain spot or department or role in a workspace or community environment to which the responsibilities that are placed on you, you're not sure if you can keep up with them, okay? So it's almost like lacking your confidence in being able to handle it, okay? So it's like, if I don't think I can take on so much, I'm going to take on less, and that way I know for a fact I can do it, okay? Let me get one more. Sorry if you hear that beeping in the back. Kids are getting out of school now. Page of Wands in reverse. Again, not even thinking of it, not dreaming it up, not even seeing past it. You're like, okay, I'm pretty cool with where I'm at, or I'm pretty okay, successful, content with where I'm at. If I'm content and okay, I guess I'll take that, rather than I'm content and happy with where I'm at now. So imagine what I could do with, you know, taking it to the next level. I feel like you guys are suppressing your ability to grow, pile 3. Okay, you are avoiding it. You don't want to think about it, because the thought of going for more, and then will I even be successful at it? And then if I am successful and I keep moving up, and then things are going to get crazy, and then I have so many responsibilities, and everybody's going to see me, and you know, all the scary things, pile 3. Okay, you guys are denying yourself the opportunity for growth, and you are accepting it because I am okay with where I'm at and I'm comfortable. Okay, getting comfortable with not being comfortable is what they're ultimately hinting at right now. Your comfortability is, in a sense, hindering you right now, and your fear of success, they're not invalidating, but it may be a generational curse of yours. You get what I'm saying? That is not something you want to carry on. That's not something you should want to carry on. So with that being said, comfortability isn't always a good thing, okay? Under the deck, I'm sorry, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. That reluctancy to move forward, to leave something behind, to leave your current lifestyle, that current comfort zone, leaving it behind and moving forward. That is that not wanting to do it, okay? Knowing that you need to, deep down with this is the, you know, deep down knowing you need to, but ultimately in the front and center, oh no, I'm okay with the sun, you know, I can't really complain, so I'm all right. Could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse, but it could also be better, is what they're saying, okay? You guys, this was straight to the point. No beating around the bush, no extra elaborating, straight to the point. So we're going to jump into your Mermaid Oracle. Again, we're going to read these from the book because they have very detailed explanations, and they read upright and reverse, okay? So Tale of Mossy Gold, number 6. If you have been feeling run down lately, it is within good reason, as you have not been listening to your body's natural cues. Now is the time to take care of yourself before things get any worse. Remember the importance of sleep. Too often we think of sleep as an inconvenience or as an intrusion on our busy lives. Take the time to recognize it for what it really is. A natural way to restore the body, mind, and soul. Okay, so I know that these are some things you don't want to face, and you may need a break or some downtime to truly prepare yourself for this walking away from this comfortability, okay? There may be some busy movements coming ahead with this transition out of the comfort zone, okay, pile 3. So you will need all of the rest that you can get. This came up briefly in pile 2, but rest is of an importance. Make sure you're not ignoring your body, your mind, your spirit. If you need to take a day to yourself, do so, okay? When addressing some emotions or thoughts that have been repressed for so long, they can hit you really abruptly. And everybody's response, of course, will be different. But ultimately, majority of the time, it is a not so happy incoming. You get what I'm saying? We're not always prepared for that. Show yourself some grace when these thoughts, these emotions come up. And if you feel the need to take a break, or you just simply need to sleep, please do it. Okay, pile 3. Oh, that jumped straight out. Card number 3, Mermaid with a Golden Dragon. That is also talking about prosperity, but we will read from the book. While it is exciting to contemplate your new success, it is important to keep your head. Remember that with wealth comes responsibility, and if you are not careful with your money, it will soon be gone. Do not give in to the temptation to quickly spend and avoid falling victim to bad investments. Remember, your long-term goals and choice of path is what is consistent with what you wish to accomplish in life. Just the same, it is okay to splurge a little. You deserve it. So, moving forward, this is like a look into the future. If you were to take these steps, if you were to do the extra steps to stop denying yourself of certain things and go towards that success, you will be prosperous, but it is not invalidating your fear of responsibility, extra responsibility, let me say, okay? It's not saying that you are not it's not saying you're inadequate. It's letting you know that you are capable and you will actually be successful. It's quite the opposite of what you're worried about. Yeah, I'm worried about the success, but like, will I even be perceived in the right light? Will I be seen properly? Like, are people going to like it in the first place? You get what I'm saying? This is letting you know, whatever it is, they're going to like what you're doing. Whatever you're leveling up in, whatever the responsibilities are, you're going to be successful, okay? Not only that, you will be prosperous and abundant, meaning there will be financial gain also. So if you're comfortable now, your finances will get even better, okay? There's gold here and gold here. Success and prosperity. And you have the sun. Things are good right now, but they will get so much better if you step out of fear, okay? Let's get you some Earth Warriors Oracle. So pile 3, it's not looking too bad. Honestly, you guys were the most cut and clear, straight to the point deck, or pile, I'm sorry. You guys were straight to the point. Oh, I'm sorry, I had one more mermaid. See? I'm like, oh, we're good. No, you guys is straight to the point. You guys don't need too much of an extra push. It's more so stepping out of fear. 11, flying fish. And I know exactly what this one is getting at. Oh, this is perfect. I'm glad I pulled it. Okay. You have been feeling the pangs of homesickness, and it is time to acknowledge that you are unhappy in your present situation. Maybe it was fun and exciting to get outside of the rut, but now you are longing for the familiar, and the time is right to return to where you are most comfortable. It's funny that it came out in the reverse position, because technically it should be read in the upright, but this is letting you know, subconscious, if your thoughts, even if they are intrusive, if they come in and deter you off your path, or steer you off your path to the point where you're like, no, I have to go back to my comfort zone, that is the voice you do not need to listen to, pile 3, okay? If you hear this, this is not conducive or in alignment with that success, okay? So back to resting. If you need to step away and take a break for a minute, then do so that way you can recenter yourself and your thoughts, and then come back to it, not ready to revert back to what was hindering you in the first place, pile 3, okay? Now we'll jump into your Earth Warriors Oracle. Yeah, that is quite the opposite, but I'm glad that it said that, because that is exactly what's needed. That's what will stop you from getting those thoughts and ideas moving forward, because you will stop yourself immediately again by moving back to comfort and fear, okay? So there's something you need to keep in check, is reverting back. Child of the light. Okay, this talks about also the sun. Some of you guys' fear with success does come from being seen or heard. Your fear of recognition is what it is, honestly. But ultimately, they are letting you know you were born to stand in the light, quite literally. That's one of the things we gave you to do on this earth, was to be seen. You are meant to be seen. You are meant to be heard, regardless of what it is, regardless of what you do. Even if your face isn't plastered all over it, your name's going to be on it, or people will be able to put a face to a name or a product or a service or whatever it may be. Okay, guys? Regardless, part of your success, pile 3, comes from you confidently standing in the light, not hiding in the shadows or in your house on the couch comfortable. That is complete opposite of standing in that sun, okay? Yeah, you're okay right now, you're comfortable, but like, we're only halfway there, is kind of what they're saying. Stepping fully into the sun, stepping fully out into the world, okay? Not partially, not a fragment of you, all of you, okay? Got one that wants to come out. Hopeful heart, see her sign, okay? You guys may have gotten knocked down in the past, and it may have thrown you off a bit to the point where you didn't carry much faith or hope for anything more, to the point where you had no choice but to get comfortable with where you're at, okay? The buffalo is strength, okay? The buffalo literally cannot be moved. And all of my tarot decks and oracle decks, if there's a buffalo in it, they all talk about not being moved and standing strong in your power, okay? This is regaining your strength, regaining the courage and confidence, regaining your faith and your hope in a brighter future for yourself that is much more and much more elevated than where you're at. Alrighty, we have nourishment of the soul. Okay. Again, right now you are depriving yourself of more nourishment in your life. Abundance of material things, that could be experiences for a lot of you. But regardless, there's a nourishment on the earthly realm. This is an earthly card. You are denying yourself of more on the earthly realm, more nourishment. And like I said, even if that is experiences, traveling, trip, whatever it may be, you staying in your bubble is preventing you from that. You get what I'm saying? So by you fully stepping into the light, you are also giving yourself more opportunity for nourishment and happiness and fulfillment, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the beautiful way of the Navajo. This is also talking about your prayers and your affirmations and what you believe to be true. Believing your faith again, your hope. Having faith again to even want more and to move forward confidently, okay? Some of you may need to get back into stating affirmations, or maybe some of you do pray. But whatever it is, you need to be aware of what you were putting out into the universe, what energy, what prayers, what affirmations, what you were saying to yourself, about your life and your reality. Be cautious of all the words that you were speaking out into the world and into the universe, because that is going to help or not help your result, okay? Your overall being, your overall energy. It will either help you or not help you at all. Oh, wow, that jumped straight out. We'll take them both. Spirit of wisdom and the dancer of frustration. Okay. Wisdom over frustration. Keeping the faith regardless of the challenge. The buffalo cannot be moved no matter the opposition. Okay. You have the wisdom needed to move forward, and if something comes up or you hit a bump in the road or on your path, you need to keep in mind, okay, the greater good, the overall goal. What am I doing this for? Remind yourself what you're doing it for, and then proceed, okay? Because overall, you know that there is more for you, and you know what you are meant to be doing more. Therefore, you have to keep that front and center as your reminder and your motivator to keep pushing no matter the opposition, okay? Ancestor of skill. Okay, so you guys will be elevating your skills or presenting a new skill or a new gift of yours to the world. That is something that you're a little nervous about. Do not hide your skills. Skills are needed, okay? That's the thing. A lot of people don't understand. Even if it's, I'm getting it's a physical thing. I'm getting it's a physical because I have this message I want to say, and I didn't want to, you know, disappoint anyone or speak negatively about something someone is doing. But also, we are moving into a very much digital world. We need more handmade items. We need things that come from people, okay? That may be something that you do or a skill of yours. And if so, again, by presenting that skill to the world, you will receive prosperity, success, abundance from it, okay? And again, if you're a digital creator, again, you see what I'm doing right now, but I also make physical items by hand. I appreciate both spectrums, okay? It is 2022. It is a very new world, but also we need both sides equally. So regardless of what it is that your skill is, it is needed. Digital artists are needed literally every day. People buy physical paintings every day. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Your skill is needed. Shaman of courage. Again, we talked about that. That's something that's needed, but you need the courage to follow your calling. This is the shaman of song, but I've always taken it as listening to the universe, listening to what spirit is telling you, being tapped in, but also hearing the messages come down, but also being able to put messages back up into the universe. You get what I'm saying? What song are you singing to the universe? Is it a song of hope and faith? Or is it a song of, I'm unsure of my future, therefore I have no hope or faith? You get what I'm saying? What are you putting out into the universe overall, pile 3? So pay attention to what you're speaking about yourself, what manifestations you're putting out into the universe. And if you can, take the extra steps and the extra time to script, journal, state affirmations, prayers, however, for you guys. Whatever resonates, take the extra step for yourself so that way you can start manifesting this difference. And also you're instilling those affirmations in your mind. If you say an affirmation enough, you're going to start believing it. Okay? So that's a trick of the mind. If you need to trick your mind to give you that courage you need to move forward, then do it. Whatever you need to do it at this point. But regardless, don't stay where you're at. Of course, you're comfortable and you're okay. But do you just want to be okay for the rest of your life? Pile 3. Okay? So I'm going to leave it here. I hope that resonated with you, and I hope everything works out for you. I want to thank you for being here, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye-bye.